Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France deck G456 game with touldin, Alexandria, and Mercator. Looking at this first pile, overall fairly weak. Dancer, Pasteurization Expert, Gardening Enthusiast, Gardener. There's a lot of like mid-tier cards here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Farm School Graduate. We're pretty sure we're getting something fine back and then hope that the rest of the piles are good. Yeah, because almost all those cards are mid-game cards. Every card except for Dancer that might come back that I'd be happy to take is a mid-game card. So Farm School Graduate likes mid and late-game occupations. And we'll go from there. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm continuing to argue about boarding school and gardener's wife. I think there is some logical inconsistencies, and I'm trying to point those out. That's what I'm trying to do here. All right, Sugar Daddy with Farm School Graduate looks pretty good. What else do we have here? Experienced Farmer with Farm School Graduate looks okay. Fencer, sure. Surveyor, Surveyor, I'm not so sure about. I think we'll take Sugar Daddy here. If we use it, if we run out of stone in round 13 and use it only for 2 occupations, that's 2 goods that we would not have gotten otherwise. 2 food for a good is a fine conversion. And if we get any Stonehouse cards, then we're really quite happy. So, sounds reasonable. Okay. I actually like the idea of Hasty Trader with Farm School Graduate, although I don't think I have to pick it here. I think there's a chance it comes back. Chief's Grandson is fine with Farm School Graduate. It's a Stonehouse card with Sugar Daddy. Again, I think one of those 2 are coming back. I think what we should be doing is we should be taking like Crop Rotator. Crop Rotator's a pretty fine round 14 occupation in case we don't get anything that provides bonus points. It just increases the amount of crops you have. Yeah, I like the idea of taking Crop Rotator here. So Academy Farm School is so hard to play effectively in my experience. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really, really fantastic card. If the way you could think about it is it just gives you a bunch of actions. Like anything that lets you play occupations or improvements outside of your turn, I think is usually quite strong. We'll take Hobby Farmer here, and then Schnapps Distiller might come back. And if it does, then we have a pretty solid plan for feeding with vegetables. But use a vegetable to pay for our occupation, and then 3 food for our family. Looks fine. Hi, Rallocren. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we got Gardner back. So this is a pretty slam dunk Gardner pick with Hobby Farmer. So our stage 1 is like farm school graduate, play Hobby Farmer, get the 2 vegetables sown, then we harvest one of them, and then we can play Gardener or the Eat a Vegetable card in the next harvest. Yeah. It is a bit of an anti-combo with Crop Rotator because you don't actually remove the last vegetable, but I mean Gardener is just, it does exactly what we would want it to. Give us a ton of food. And then if we don't get the Schnapps Distiller back, we can always like build a cooking hearth, and cooking hearth is a fine way to eat vegetables as well. It does take a couple extra actions like taking clay and stuff, but not a big deal. So our round 1, or our stage 1, we should be looking at plowing a field, and beyond that we will see. Okay, stroller, merchant, fresh fence worker, junior partner. Not too crazy about any of these. I don't like stroller because I want Hobby Farmer to come out in stage 1. Yeah. And then merchant is just generally not very good. Yeah. Didn't I just talk about that? That crop rotator removes the last vegetable. Yeah, like crop rotator gives you the option to remove one vegetable, but it doesn't. Like Gardener, you're not emptying the fields to trigger crop rotator a bunch of times. Yeah. Junior partner could get me some more food if it's kind of a speculative card. Play it in like the stage 2 harvest. But the problem with junior partner is if it doesn't give you any food before the next feeding phase, it seems pretty weak, and it would definitely not in this case. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not exactly an anti-combo. It's like they're different. They function differently. So I'll take fresh fence worker here, I think. Fresh fence worker, if it gets me like a grain and an animal of my choice, it's pretty good. And then we get shovel worker and pig breeder and chief's grandson, which is not what I expected to come back out of this pile. Chief's grandson is worth 1 point if I play it in round 14. Shovel worker, if I have 4 pastures, like if I fence properly by the end of round 13, then shovel worker gets me net plus food. Pig breeder, gets me an animal, which could get me some points. I think because of fresh fence worker, we should look at fencing relatively early. Like if we play hobby farmer in round 1 and then shovel worker, fresh fence worker, and then focus on getting fencing done as early as possible, we could always go back and play gardener later. Yeah. I think this combo is good enough that hopefully I should get some minors to support it. Pig breeder and chief's grandson are good too, but I like the idea of taking that card here. Pig breeder and sugar daddy could be an instant pair of boar. That's an excellent point. Yep, you're right about that. Okay, this pile is pretty good. Whale oil, I think, is fantastic with farm school graduate. I'm not going to take it here. I'm going to hope that it comes back because the rest of the pile is pretty good. Leftovers is pretty good. Farm stable is fine. Backyard well is pretty good. Cow chips is pretty good. Swing plow is pretty good. Melon patch is pretty good. I think melon patch actually works with hobby farmer. I have to look up hobby farmer plus turnip field. That's the question. And I'm pretty sure it works. You may sow the vegetable onto bean field, lettuce patch, or turnip field. Yep. So yeah, I can take melon patch here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get 3 fields out of it theoretically, maybe even more with crop rotator. Well, I guess I wouldn't have to do it in round 4 to get the crop rotator benefit, is the important thing. Yeah, backyard well is pretty good. I think leftovers is pretty good as well, especially if I'm planning to do a bunch of fences early with shovel worker, fresh fence worker. But how do I pass up on melon patch here, right? It's just really, really excellent. Well, there's farm school, which, you know, with first pick farm school graduate seems a little worse. I think what we do here is we take expansion plans with sugar daddy. You know, it lets us ignore building a room and just focus on taking wood to fence for our shovel worker and our fresh fence worker. Yeah, I think this card is pretty good. Whenever someone puts stuff on the future, you get a food. It's okay. Threshing machine plow would finish the rest of my fencing with melon patch, but don't think I need to take it here. Bathroom is not great. Full bottomed wig is okay. Carpet, I kind of like the idea of taking carpet here. If I'm going to fresh fence work, you know, I should be able to get some sheep out of it. And then it gives me unblockable family growth even without room. Yeah, I like carpet here. Whoa. There's some really good stuff here. Powder keg lets me convert a wood into some stone. Yeah, I think carpet to family growth without. Exactly. I'll need the points. Muddy Waters is great. Farmer's Straw Hat is great. Farmer's Straw Hat works really well with Melon Patch. Muddy Waters is just a fantastic card all around. I think I'd probably play out cards a little slowly because of Farm School Graduate, so I think that tilts it towards Farmer's Straw Hat over Muddy Waters. Yeah, but this pack though is really good. I would like a lot of cards here. So, oh, you know what? Hobby farmer can't be my first occupation. Sorry, what I should say is I can't sow onto melon patch as my first with my hobby farmer, because unless hobby farmer doesn't come out in stage 1, which actually is probably fine with shovel worker and fresh fence worker. I could play shovel worker first. And then hobby farmer can be played in the stage 2 harvest after I've gotten melon patch out. And the thing is, that would still hit 1, 2, 2.5 harvests. So then I only need to hit 1 more with crop rotator or with farmer's straw hat. Plus I have gardener as well, which will kind of mess up things a little bit. Gardener might even be my round 14 occupation, depending. Whoa! Leftovers came back. Oh, man. But whale oil also came back. Leftovers looks really good. 4 points for 4 bonus points. The problem with it is that you have to fence earlier than you would otherwise, but I already want to fence earlier than normal as is. Like, whale oil plus shovel worker will feed me, just those two cards will basically feed me on their own if I take whale oil. Then I wouldn't need to eat vegetables almost ever. Yeah, and then we've got leftovers, which I think is a fantastic card. We're taking whale oil here. This pick, so stone tongs to get the stone to reno to stone is a thing, but just fishing rod is the pick. Whale oil is so good, especially in this game where I play all 7 occupations very easily. Like, get whale oil up to 2 and I'm getting, free occupation each harvest. If I get whale oil to 3 or 4, I'm actually gaining food in the harvest from playing occupations, which is ridiculous. Just a very good combo. I think that card is still, whale oil is still undervalued, which is crazy. Although that pack was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was reasonable that whale oil would come back there. So we actually would be pretty happy getting a 3 wood start here. 3 wood into start player, whale oil into reedstone food, into 2 food fishing. That's my stage 1, stage 2. I do want to hit reedstone food twice because I want to get to my 2 stone rooms. The improvement that I play on the clay reno, I'm not sure what that'll be. That might be melon patch. It might be, if it could be a hearth, that would be kind of nice, but I don't really need a hearth is the thing, because I'm gonna make so much food off of whale oil and melon and shovel worker. What do we do here? Heavy card I think will come up just too late. Don't think I actually need a ton of resources. Like, getting an extra wood is nice, but the problem is once I'm ready to play heavy cart, that means I'll already have done some pastures. I'm getting a free room. Like, I don't really need heavy cart, I don't think. I think it'll be too slow. Bathroom. I don't really think I need bathroom with crop rotator hobby farmer. So we'll take crystal ball for the point. Clay for a point is a reasonable conversion. Bathroom lets me eat raw crops and have it not be such a big deal, but I don't think I need it particularly. But yeah, this looks like a pretty good hand. The only issue I'll have is I need to hit big. I need to hit big on all the scoring categories. Like, if I don't get if I don't have a bunch of animals at the end of the game, then I'm gonna have a hard time winning because I won't have a lot of major improvements. I just don't think I'll have time for them, and I won't have a lot of rooms. But I should be able to get a good number of family members. So we'll see. Mercator plays. Synergizer. Good card. 3 wood. Alpha. So you've got touldin playing Perpetual Student. Good card. So I wanted to pick cards that could come out later in the game. touldin wanted that as well. He wanted cards that don't have really specific timings, can just come out whenever. Which, there was a good number of those in this game. I just missed the crystal ball. Oh, because of Synergizer. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Right, because it works on crops. Honestly, I don't need... I get it. I don't even know if I need the food here. I mean, I'll take it. I'll try to play it, sure, but I don't really need it. Yeah, some games it can have a massive payoff. Sure, yeah. Like you think of well builder, all the best mine. Like it makes all your miners that are already good, like all your miners that give you points in food, makes them even better. Yep. Yeah, it looks like a good card. Yeah, I'm surprised I picked it up 7th. Probably means nobody has like Goblet and Well play. Even just a clay for a point is pretty good. Yep. .1 power. It must mean it's also really undervalued, I'm guessing. Like if I got it 7th, if its average draft is between 4 and 5, then that makes a lot of sense. Because it probably should be like around 2. Compared to Twibble and Twivel. Yeah, Twibble and Twivel is pretty good. Alexandria playing Pasteurization Expert. Yeah, well, and I think a lot of the best cards in the game put stuff on future round spaces. Like those, that's just a very strong effect generally. Like you look at the well, you look at Duck Pond, you look at, you know, stuff that put vegetable or crops on future spaces. You know, I'd have a pretty good Pasteurization Expert hand because it works really nicely with Sugar Daddy and with Fresh Fence Worker. Mercator plays Harvester. You know what's really funny? I'm pretty sure playing I'm pretty sure playing Crop Rotator with Farm School Graduate, even if I don't have 5 fields, can get me the Harvester. Because it just says any player who harvests at least 5 goods. So it doesn't say that you have to... Oh, you know what? Crop Rotator's not a harvest. Never mind. Not a harvest. Ignore me. Ignore me. But I should hit that bonus pretty easily. Fresh Fence Guy Work. Pretty bad card, but fun. I think we're gonna see... This is the kind of game... This is the kind of game where I want... flexible stuff like Fresh Fence Worker, which can just get me whatever I need, whatever I'm missing on my farm. I think it's actually going to end up being pretty reasonable for me. Wow, I kept Start Player, which is awesome. Also, the Synergizer triggers again. We're going to hit Reedstone Food, and then we should get a 3 wood action back. Touldin plays an Auk. Like, look at how much food we have. We have 7 food, and if we fish one more time, then we'll actually gain, like, we'll be neutral on food for occupations for the rest of the game. So I think I'm okay for food. Like, I'll play Crystal Ball if I can, but I'm not gonna like force it out here. Because I could play Crystal Ball, or I could just take fishing one more time, and fishing is at least like a 5 food action for me. It's like 5 or 6 foods, so I'll play Crystal Ball, but probably not until like I don't know, whenever I'm family growthing or whatever. Because I want to play Melon Patch first. I want to play expansion plans first. Alexandria's got Threshing Machine Plow. Oh, fresh dirt worker is out there. I think. I think fresh dirt worker is out there, which is probably why we're seeing Alexandria make that play there. And Mercator's going to have 2 grain and a vegetable sown in round 1. Wow. That is actually really crazy. That is really crazy. It's good. It's really good. Good for him. Looks like it's going to be quite strong. So if we get a good wood act, like our first action will be farm school graduate because we need to make sure it gets out. She has fresh dirt. She should have plowed 3 way earlier. Yeah, I guess the pasteurization expert is a little confusing. Maybe she's just going for the first fireplace. She might just be going for the first fireplace because Major Minor didn't come until round 4 here. But touldin, if round 5 is family growth, touldin is going to have a really good game. That is worth saying. I guess I could still give up on my expansion plans and push Sugar Daddy back and just build and grow because I have the resources for it right now. We will see. What else goes amazingly with fresh dirt worker? Evening prayer. Acquirer. Okay. Well, so she really wants to get that fireplace, I guess. Oh, Boston. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that card's good. Acquirer. So she's going to combo Acquirer with pasteurization expert so that she's getting extra food. So now what I want to see from Alexandria is I want to see the food payoff. I want to see guest room. I want to see grotto. I want to see something that lets you buy like grocer. I want to see some food payoff from Alexandria for this to have been really good. Because until I see that, I'm not sure that it's worth it. Especially because Acquirer's main power comes from being able to buy cattle in like round 3, round 4, and the fact that she won't be able to do it, you know, is unfortunate. Like she can't even acquire. Pasteurization expert is a May, right? So she can't even acquire a an animal here, which she's not. She's taking a vegetable. Okay, sure. My favorite game ever was Boston Gleaner. Just felt like cheating. Not a fan of Gleaner, Doe Academy. I haven't really. I've maybe played it once. I don't know if I've ever really played it. I guess I haven't played much G6, and it's a G6 card, right? So we're going to occupation, get our farm school graduate out here, and also gain a food while doing so, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah. The fact that you can get like stone and stuff with it, sure. Yeah. Stone is good for sure. So I think I won't commit to my stone house play until I see how the family growth queue shakes out. Because Alexandria needs food here. Well, she'll take the sheep, but she's still 2 actions away from building a room. Mercator is more than that number of actions away. Although, we probably should think that Mercator has maybe some other card. Like maybe he took Straw Thatched Roof, or he took Country Doctor, or whatever. We should keep something like that in mind. Okay, so I could take 2 food fishing here and get a bunch more food. I could take 4 wood, 3 wood, reedstone food. Basically, there's a ton of fantastic actions here. Let's take 4 wood. 4 wood is a great move. Could take start player, crystal ball, I guess. I don't know. Touldin gonna start player gold medal? Sure. So I'm going to go ahead and play shovel worker here. Net -1 food, and then feed 4. A lot of food in this game. The only time I consider playing Farm School Graduate. You don't like that card. I like that card. Oh, touldin got 6 wood. That's too bad. Well, he takes 6 wood, and Alexandria and Mercator are both still multiple actions away from building a room. So, let's see if we can make something interesting happen here. But obviously, yeah, touldin's in a really dominant position. Oh, I should put gold medal on the board for fence stables, just to make it clear. Also, fence stables kind of motivates me to not build a wood room and instead go for the stone house play. So I think if we see that round 6 is Reno, I might decide to go the other way. Need some food help with the ox. 5 clay is Reno fireplace. Yeah, that's true. There's lots of good moves here. Reedstone food is good. 3 reed makes me think about getting the basket maker's workshop. Let's see what Mercator does. What Mercator does might give us insight into what his plan is, because I'm not really sure what his plan. Reedstone food. Okay, he might be thinking about Reno plus clay oven, or might just be thinking he needs reed in order to grow his family, to build a wood room. So we'll take the clay either way. And the fact that touldin doesn't have to start player and gets to instead play an occupation is pretty gross. Oh, he took Schnapps Distiller right after I passed it. That sucks. I wonder, he maybe was hoping that Gardener and Hobby Farmer would come back. I'm guessing. Second action, 3 food fishing looks pretty good. Agree, and the timing always feels too awkward. Certainly it doesn't just work in every single game, but I think it's a really great card. Like, it rewards you for planning out your food really well, which I think is something that you should do. You should be focusing on anyways. So, like, all I have to do is play Melon Patch here, and then I play Hobby Farmer in the Harvest, and I'm pretty happy. All right, let us go, friends. What's going on? Also, Alexandria acquired a cattle instead of a boar. Really thought she was going to be acquiring the top good of our pasteurization expert. Always try to get farm school graduate or farm school. Yeah, I'm kind of on that board, Rylocren. I love occupation engines. It's like I basically think of it like a family growth. It's almost like a family growth action. Oh, Alexandria start player Muddyland. She should not have done that. Yeah, she really should not have done that. Well, I get to build a room now and family growth in round 7, which yeah. Mercator is doing the clay oven here. Well, we'll build a room and say rest in peace expansion plans, but we're getting pretty good compensation for doing it. Like potentially round 6 family growth. Alexandria really should not have star player there. That was not good. And that kind of, yeah, I feel bad. Not bad enough that I shouldn't. Not bad enough that I shouldn't build there, but like, poor touldin. Yeah. Yes. 7 occupation games. That's right. Oh well, she's getting six clay here. That's fun. I guess touldin only grows 1 round later, so it's not the worst. If you're gonna do it and you're only affecting the person by like 1 move, I guess it's not so bad. But yeah, she probably did not have to do it with her first action there. That's for sure. So we play melon patch here. Part of it depends on the order of the draft too. Other sites draft Ox and Miner at the same time, so it factors how they combo. Yeah, that's true. Like on Boîte à Jeu. Relacrand want to shy away from his early Stonehouse Reno strats. I agree. Yeah, I don't love them either. Because I've seen too many people force them and then just give the game away to someone who gets the first family growth. However, there are some Stonehouse Reno cards that are really good, and I think I have to come to terms with the fact that I do undervalue them. Stuff like Plow Driver. I mean, obviously, Plow Driver is great. I just think, there are a lot of cards that let you plow in the game. It's not like a super unique effect. What are we taking when it... probably wood. 3 wood when it comes back. Yeah, since fishing just got taken... or fishing got taken earlier, I guess, by touldin. Mercator just start playered there. So if we don't take wood, we get 4 wood back, probably. We could also Reedstone Food and go for the well and Reno well next round. That looks pretty strong. And then we need the food, kind of, and then also... it lets us potentially get past 6 wood if Mercator really wants to get his stuff going. Oh, he played start player ladder there. Okay. So he'll probably go for 6 wood, and then I get 4 wood, so that works. Reedstone Food, Renowell looks good. I agree with you, Doe Academy. It's in stage 1, certainly. Stage 2 is where I start to veer away from really liking Reedstone Food. Because if you're not actually setting up a feeding engine with it, I think it can fall off. I guess I also need food here, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay taking 4 wood with my first move, especially considering 1 food fishing is available, and it's just there's no way that gets taken. Pretty sure we're okay taking 4 wood. If our actions are like 4 wood, traveling players, and then Reno well, like that's a fine round for me. Feel like we need to make a acronym there, Montu, like rarely stupid farmer, to tell you Reedstone Food is good, like some kind of acronym that uses RSF. Maybe like that. Rarely stupid farmer. Alexandria, why are you not triggering your pasteurization expert? I don't understand. I thought the whole point of playing pasteurization expert was to do that. Also, she just ran out. Okay, makes sense. She's going to build a clay room. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Problem is, Mercator now can take Reed and then double build next round. Unless Alexandria start players to get ahead of him. Mercator builds a room. Okay, so touldin is obligated to family growth here. So I basically have 2 free moves. I would like to build the well. I also need some food, so I think we can probably just take food here. And then second action, I like building the well here. So that touldin can't, so I don't have to do it first action next round ahead of touldin. Unless I want to first move Reno well. Fishing here is a 6 food action. It is, but if I take fishing in round 8, it's also a 6 food action. So, like, taking it at 1 food is pretty bad because taking it 1 food later and missing a harvest is the same thing. And nobody's going to take fishing at 2 food in round 8, so I can take it with my last move. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about there. Touldin playing Muddy Waters. Sure. Wait, doesn't have 5. Oh, touldin does. Okay, touldin has 5 played cards, yes. So, we want to hit the gold medal bonus, so I think we're probably not going to build another wood room. I think it's probably worth it to just hoard up our wood, try to get our shovel worker going. I think what we want is we want fresh fence worker to activate in the start of round 10. That's our goal. It's our new goal. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So yeah, I like building the well here. Cow chips, sure. All right, well's in check, guys. Yeah, I think round 8, it'll be like wood, then Reno, play fishing rod, and then take fishing. I think something along those lines. Or build the two clay fireplaces available again. I guess we should do that. And then second action, or occupation hobby farmer, net -1 food, take a vegetable, sow it onto the melon patch, harvest it. Stay salty. Yeah, I'm not in such of a rush to get the Sugar Daddy played. Like, if I play Sugar Daddy round 11 or round 13, either of those are fine. Capital A. Or no, never mind. Not capital A. What am I saying? Yeah, well played. That's right. So we'll take 4 wood, hopefully. I guess it's possible Alexandria does go. Okay, she does build a room, forcing Mercator to first action family growth, which means we get the 4 wood. So I think what I like here is I think I'll do 4 wood into 2 food fishing into Reno, build the fireplace. And if somebody builds the fireplace, I guess the fireplace is contested, so I should fireplace first. Yeah, there you go. You got it, Mr. Tears. So Mercator forced to start player farm stable. Or family growth farm stable. What am I saying? We get our 4 wood. Oh, pay for the well. Oh, yeah, thank you. I never did that. Whoops. What do you mean I have to pay for major improvements? I don't have to do that, do I? All right, I think what are we doing next here? We're renovating round 9. We're gonna fence whatever is reasonable. I guess, yeah, we'll see what Mercator does here. I'm interested to know. I do want to fence 15, yeah, but I don't have to fence 15 next round. I can fence 15 in the future and it'll be fine. Like, I can fence partially now and partially later. It'll let me start acquiring animals and breeding them as well. Major improvements are free. Yeah. If and only if you have, like, 7 plate occupations or something. Okay. Fish, sure. And I think we'll reno here. I don't really care for any of the other actions. Like, read stone food to set up stone reno is a thing. But like I said, I'm not in a big rush. I'd rather set up other stuff first. So let's just get my clay reno done. Perpetually prudent merchant. I think we want to get 2 grain off of fresh fence worker. So that means having 4 empty fence pastures. I guess so. I guess that means we want to get up to 3 fenced pastures next round, right? So that we can trigger the sheep twice, get a breeding pair of sheep, I think. If we can get to 4, that would be awesome. If we could get to 4 and get 2 grain next round, and then sow 2 grain round 12, and then play Farmer's Straw Hat, start player, do something along those lines, that would just be really awesome. But it would mean I have to take 2 wood here, and 2 wood is not a great move. Like, do I want to take 2 wood? Not really. I think I'll do it anyways, though. Yeah, I guess since I want to do 4 fence stables, this might be a game where I have some empty spaces, and that's fine. If I'm hitting the gold medal bonus and I'm hitting, you know, all these pastures and everything. Ooh, Touldin is fencing 12 ahead of me. That sucks. All right. I could wait to fence next round. Well, I have to now. No, I could. Obviously, I have to. I'll still play fresh fence worker in this harvest, though. It'll trigger at the start of round 11, so it's 1 round later, but it's still okay. I guess with carpet, I do want to start accumulating sheep. So triggering fresh fence worker for the sheep is really good. Alexandria playing steel plow. Whoa. All of that, that is going to be a lot of clay. A lot of clay. And Mercator takes Hasty Trader. Plays Hasty Trader. Hasty Trader pretty good with Farm School Graduate. Lets you feed, kind of surprisingly. I think we read Stone Food here, and then what's my other action? Do I just plow a field manually, or maybe take a grain here? Maybe this is where I take a grain and give up on hitting fresh fence worker for grain more than once. Because I do... Thing is, I do want to hit 2 grain fields for Farmer's Straw Hat. Does get me right reno for Sugar Daddy, you're right. I think, though, I can probably get 3 stone next round. And if I get 3 stone, then I can think about, like, basket maker's workshop or stone oven or something like that. Like, I think I can dream a little bigger, Mercator, start player quarry. Okay. So he's going to probably start snatching up he's going to snatch up the stone oven, that's for sure. Plow a field manually. What are we doing here? Are we going for sheep or are we going for grain? If we want... You know what? We're going to take 1 grain here. And then we'll try to set up fresh fence worker so that it's giving us a sheep per round for our carpet. And we should have enough actions, and plus sugar daddy, we should be able to get plenty of stuff. Feed 6 and food neutral. I mean, Alexandria is doing some interesting stuff, but she doesn't have enough wood, and she's giving up too much to the rest of us. And I plow a field thanks to Melon Patch. So I think we'll take... Do we take wood here? We probably take wood either way, just because of the stables. But I'm wondering... I think I might fence 13. Because Fresh Fence Worker just wants me to hit 3 empty pastures for the sheep, right? Yeah, I'll go for the sheep. So I could fence 13, covering 6 spaces, and then go back and get nice points from stables. Can hope for a Deus Ex Machina like PJ gave Doe last night. What happened? Was there like a... You'll have to fill me in. Also, I have no food on my farm. Why did I have 7 food? There was some PJ salting going on. Why did I have 7 food? Did I, instead of removing it, add 1? Seems like I did something wrong there. Oh, I picked up a food. I picked up a food from the well. That's why. There we go. Well food. Okay, I think we fence here. Although nobody else is really likely to fence, so we don't actually need defense, so we could do something else. I like 3 stone here. 3 stone, and then we do need to hit a sow action. I don't want to have to first action sow next round. I'm going to hope that Mercator sows with his first act. Mercator likes the bake, so maybe he'll do it with his first move. Touldin's got gardening enthusiasts. That's nice. So I'm either fencing or sowing. Mercator gonna play start player powder keg or Reno powder keg probably. Probably Reno powder keg. So that means he's gonna Reno next round. So hopefully I should get sow passed back to me. Fence 13 here and start getting a sheep each round. So Mercator does know about Sugar Daddy. So I could Reno next round just to mess with his powder keg. Plus then it lets me start triggering my Sugar Daddy, which would be kind of nice. Potatoes. Let's probably start player potatoes. Which means I'm probably not getting sow back. Because touldin's going to first action sow. Which is crazy. Sow in round 11 is going to be contested. How weird is that? Well, it's a good thing I have Crop Rotator and Farmer Straw Hat to trigger my melon patch. It's a pretty good combos there. And hey, if I get 2 cattle back, I won't complain. If Mercator first action Renos, so touldin first action sow, Mercator first action Reno. So if I hit 2 cattle, which might happen. Okay, touldin takes the cattle. That works too. That works as well. So hopefully sow comes back. It depends on the game. If I'm doing a baking strategy, I usually prioritize baking at the end of round 10, just so that I don't have to first action sow round 11. Because for having to first action sow round 11 always just feels like, eh. Plus for touldin, no. One stable per space. What is she gonna really like super filler farm? Like she has plenty of room for stables. Man, it's like a hammer or an axe or something. Also, do you mean plow instead of Reno? Or did she Reno it or plow at the end of last round? Oh, she plowed at the end of last round. She just didn't send her farm. Okay, that's fine. 3 food fishing is pretty good here. It's a bunch more food. Not that I super need it. How much food am I getting from Shovel Worker? 2, right? Yeah, I'm getting 2 food from Shovel Worker. Plus, it would get actually gain me some more food. Whoops, I'm screwing up my farm here. Well, the sow action came back, which I am pretty pleased about. So, and I'll sow a grain. Yeah, I guess she's going to build 2 rooms at the top here and then do 3 stables down there. Could just fence small. The big stone house. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused by what is going on here. Oh, touldin actually wanted Merchant to come out. Wow. Iron plow and threshing seems like overkill. Yeah. You can choose. She could choose to do 3 instead of 4. But I don't see how she's getting enough wood to do 4 stables and 4 pastures. Why play and use threshing and then not sow? Yeah, well, no kidding. So what I would have done if I were her, I would have been triggering the pasteurization expert so that I could be buying crops. And then I could have sown crops really early, and then you could be like having a really good crop game with your early threshing machine plow. Like then I think that seems better. I feel like she hasn't used it optimally. But yeah, she's realizing she's not getting enough wood for that anyways. Pasture and cow chips, sure. But why? Why wait that long? You don't need to. Hoping to use pasture to get breeding pairs. Right, but she's not going to have room for breeding pairs. Like her farm, she just doesn't have the capacity on her farm to breed anything. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a cool combo. I like the pasteurization into acquirer, and certainly round 4 improvement hurt her, but like, I don't know. Foreign labor here for mercator, so I'm probably playing that on Reno. Yep, that means I get 4 wood back, so I will not complain about getting a 4 wood action. That's for sure. Why did she never take any wood? I don't know. Many good questions to be asked here. You know what? Sugar Daddy could get me my 8th wood, which is kind of nice. Bet you never thought I was going to use Sugar Daddy for a wood. Haha. Joke's on you. Touldin gonna start player clogs here. Sure. Plays full bottomed wig, which is nice because he has no read. Lets him double Reno. And then clogs. Especially good because Mercator's at stone already. So that he's gonna be able to double Reno very easily in the last round. Actually, it's pretty nice for Alex because she should be able to get a Reno action round 14. Which on a 5-room house is always difficult because it's difficult just having enough time to get that much stone. So what am I playing here? I think I play crop rotator here. It's not the best use of crop rotator ever, but I think it's okay. Or do I gardener? No, I don't want to gardener, because if I gardener, then I'm not... Yeah, no, I don't want to play gardener here, because I want to keep harvesting off of the melon patch. So yeah, crop rotator looks fine here. Don't forget about the harvester, right? Yeah, that's true. We'll take fishing here. I guess I could take 1 sheep. Do I have enough food to take sheep? Probably not. I guess I could eat a vegetable. I'll just take 2 sheep next round. I don't need to take sheep here. So net plus food plus FF. Talk about last night. Yeah, whale oil. So every time whale oil says that whenever I take fishing, I put a food onto whale oil, and then every time I play an occupation, before I play it, I get food equal to the number of food on whale oil. So I think I want to set up a plow-sow round 14. I have a not manually plowed field. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I'm going to take 2 sheep here because I think I want to start player... I guess I could just start player carpet. Seems like an okay action. Start player carpet into plow sow, and then hope that start player comes all the way back around so I can play farmer's straw hat. And if it doesn't, I reno farmer's straw hat, and then that works as well. Yeah, I guess I kind of want time to react to the farmer's straw hat, or to the not farmer's straw hat, whatever I'm talking about. Something that does something. I'm confusing myself. If I could do start player carpet into like 2 boar, that'd be pretty great. I could also get my stables done here. We are getting to the end of the game where stables are going to be pretty contested, and I probably should not count on getting on the stable space in round 14 because there's going to be it's going to be contested. Yeah, something that does something sounds good. Doing things generally is good, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is okay. Start player carpet here. And then I can maybe build my stables with my next move. I do want to hit my reno before I play Sugar Daddy round 13. Oh, it looks like touldin's renovating with this action. That makes sense. So touldin needs... Yeah, so 3 might be enough to win. That's sort of what I'm looking at, HKLJ. Like, touldin is sitting at 1 wood here. And I didn't pass him anything that lets him build a bunch of stables easily. So I'm pretty sure 3 stables is going to be enough because touldin will have to take wood 3 times to beat me. And if he takes wood 3 times, he's not doing other stuff. So I feel like doing 3 stables here is going to be enough to win. Like, now there's a chance touldin gets 4 wood, 3 wood. But if he gets 4 wood, 3 wood, he's not start playering, he's not getting harvester, all that fun stuff. So I think me doing this here is good enough. Could take a cattle. I could take a cattle. But I kind of feel like leaving 2 cattle is going to be a good idea to incentivize people away from start player next round. And if someone does, like say Alexandria start players and I don't get harvester, I'll be really happy if I get 2 cattle back. You can breed with daddy in the harvest. That's okay. Yeah, I like that, HKLJ. Is Mercator going to try to build a room? He has way more stone than he needs. So if I play an occupation 4 food, shovel worker 6 food, and then eat a sheep maybe to get to enough food for that next harvest. So, whoops, I have to do the trick I showed Nathan. And he said, oh, doesn't really save that much time. It saves so much time. Silly Nathan. Okay, so second action is start player, Farmer's Straw Hat, if that comes back. If it doesn't come back, Reno Farmer's Straw Hat. And then Family Growth with my third move. And then in the harvest, I play Sugar Daddy, grabbing boar or cattle. Whatever I think I'm less likely to get in round 14. Probably cattle. Or probably boar, actually. Because we might see 2 cattle go pretty early round 14. Yeah, touldin doesn't have that many moves left. I don't see how he's going to hit for... yeah, especially with Alexandria taking that wood there. I don't see how touldin hits for fence stables, so I'm pretty sure we're good. Montu's in 2 places at once on my screen, which is crazy. Yeah, wheeling start player here would be crazy. It would absolutely be crazy. But to be fair... a whole bunch of players are just not going to hit Harvester because they don't have enough time. touldin could have hit the Harvester. No, even touldin can't. He would have to take crops afterwards. He doesn't have enough crops. Like Alexandria, the fact that Alexandria is going to miss on Harvester is a pretty big blunder, I think. Would I 2 cattle ahead of start player? No. No, I would start player first. Because Plowsow in a Harvester game is just worth way too many points to pass up on. Has still not... I know. I don't understand. Harvest. And then I sow a vegetable. And harvest that as well. Yep. Yeah, agreed with pretty much everything that you guys are saying. You know what's weird? I could still take 1 wood from Sugar Daddy because if it's not a stable, it would be a oh, never mind. It wouldn't have time for Fresh Fence Wicket. Never mind. Ignore me. I hit a Miracle Harvester. It wasn't a miracle. I was well set up for the Harvester. Miracle Harvester. Yeah. You know what's funny? They could block me out of renovating. Although touldin should probably take 3 stone with his last move, right? You know what? No, he should plan to sow bake with his first move. So he should take a crop with his third move. So he should take grain or vegetable. Now clogs does make getting to a stone house a 4-point proposition, but getting harvester's got to be more than 4 points, right? I think. And also what you do is you just gamble that Alexandria is not going to plan to Reno. Are you Reno or Family Growth here? I think it's actually Reno. No, I think it's Family Growth, because if I don't Family Growth here, then like Reno versus Family Growth is 3-point swing either way, but the Family Growth gets me an action back, which Reno doesn't. Plus, there's a chance that I get to Reno. There's a chance that Reno comes back in round 14 because of the pressure on the Harvester. So, you know, I think we're okay. Yeah. Put a guest here for my farm school graduate. I think one of the reasons I like farm school graduate so much is it lets you wait until It lets you wait until immediately before the harvest to play occupations, which I think is pretty powerful. Like rather than having to play it with your first action, the round preceding, you can take a really good resource action, and often it lets you set up your crop combo or whatever. Lets you set up your feeding, or just take the good pile of resources. I think it's great. I think Farm School Graduate's great. I usually win if I play 7 occupations. Like it's not too often that I play 7 occupations and don't win. So Thunderbolt. Don't think I'm playing that one. I think I need the grain. Oh, but that means Mercator's going to hit 4 fenced fields. Or fenced stables. Breeding. Whoops, not Mercator. Mercator coming up in the rear view. Yeah, sort of. Oh, not Mercator. Why am I passing to 4? Pass to 3. There we go. Gonna have a solid farm. Yeah, but he's missing... I don't know. He's missing stuff. The 4 stable is really good. Yeah, that's for sure. Alright, so we play Sugar Daddy for net plus food. Sugar Daddy gives a cattle. Whoa, I'm not in stone. Oh, never mind. Whoops. Never mind. No cattle. That is a reason why I should have gone for Reno ahead of Family Growth. I missed that. Sugar Daddy gives nothing. Yep, you're right. You are right about that. And then plus FF. Plus FF. Shovel. Feed 5 plus H. No, you know what? Feed 5 plus V. And plus H. There we go. There we go. And I get an extra field, and I can't rotate onto the melon patch. There we go. Yeah, you're right about that. I think it's probably still good because my action should be worth 2 points or more. So if the action is not worth 2 points, then I've really screwed up. Touldin does so bake to hit the harvester bonus. Makes a lot of sense. I'm going to eat like 1 million vegetable in this next harvest because I'm going to play gardener. I'm going to have so many vegetable. Also, I'm way overkilled on grain too. Jeez. Maybe I should play Thunderbolt and then do something else. Yeah, it does. Rick does give up on Harvester. Yeah, that's true. Unless he's got some way around it, which he may have. He also might not have assumed that Touldin was going to do what he did. Hard to predict. Can also give wood for the last stable. You're not wrong about that. I think we take the boar here because our Reno is safe, right? We definitely get a Reno action, even if it's not necessarily the Reno action we want. The boar is quite good. Pair of boar. That's 3 points. Put my extra what? Oh, extra cow chips. Also, why would you not sow all of them beside the pastures? Don't think Alex is winning, so it's okay to be generous. She's gonna reno stone oven here. So that means I'm getting on reno fence. And so the fence action is not worth anything, but the reno is worth 3 points, so good sportsmanship only applies to losers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I'm not winning, then screw everyone else. I'm going to be really sad if I lose this game, because one more wood is... Oh, man. It's like 3 more points. Ooh, organic farmer. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So if he doesn't take any of the other 2 types of animals, that's a 4-point move. Wood stable is the same points and it blocks touldin. Is it? Not anymore. Now that seems worse, right? Because I could take a cattle and it's more points. Right? Or, sorry, reno and then family growth, and then it's more points. My reno action is safe. So all family, whoops. All family growth first. No, I'm pretty sure family growthing is better. It's hard to imagine that it's not. Kind of just want to announce my gardener so I can calculate my final score, but I don't really want to reveal my last card to my opponents. I want them to be scared, you know. I want them to be real scared. So I get 2 food, shovel worker. I get net of food from my thing, whale oil. Then I get 2 vegetables from my from my gardener, which are another 4, and then I can eat a raw grain for 9. So there's all my feeding. Also, I could eat a raw sheep. Also, I could eat a boar. You know, there's lots of stuff that I could do here. I feel like Sugar Daddy makes that worse. Anyways, it's fine. It's a fine. Please don't eat raw sheep. I promise I'll cook them. I have a fireplace. So I have whatever I score plus 5. It should be a pretty decently scoring farm. I think I'd probably around 50. I don't know if it's enough to win though. It'll depend on how many points Mercator pulls off at the end here. Mercator is going to have a pretty similar farm to mine, but he has the organic farmer, and I think the organic farmer might be the difference. But he does have a couple negatives. I don't know. It's going to be close. Oh, he had unblockable sow because of friendly worker. I forgot about that. Forgot about that card. Alright, it's close. He's got an extra room. I have an extra family member. We're really close between the 2 of us. How many improvement points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4 bonuses here. So that's 9 versus 4, 5, 7. Harvester washes out. Yeah, he might beat me by a point or two. I don't know. I'm ahead on animals by quite a bit. Like, I have our sheep and our cattle. Our sheep and our boar are equivalent. And then I have an extra 3 points here. It's going to be really close. It's going to be really close. The gold medal might be the difference. And if the gold medal is the difference, I'll be pretty sad. Not going to lie. All right, let's go, friends. Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. Alright, go ahead and announce my gardener here. What was I think it was 4 food, 2V, raw G. Doesn't really matter because I have like a 7th sheep, which is not worth anything. So, all right, let's find out. What's our final score here? Oh, ruins. Oh, that's, yeah, that 3-point card. Yeah, so Mercator wins. Wow, Mercator's beaten me 2 games in a row. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. Wow, I hit 54. That's much better than I expected. I knew I'd be around the 50s, but 54 seems high. Alex blocking cattle is good for me. Is it? Mercator didn't want to take cattle anyways. It's only a 1-point move for him. Alright, let's find out. What's our final? 55. Yeah, we lost to Mercator by 1 point. Feels bad, man. Yeah, Mercator, it's just the 2nd game in a row Mercator beat me. GG. Yep, it's the gold medal is the difference, and I have 1 wood sitting on my farm. So imagine that 1 wood is a stable, and then I did 1 fewer pasture. Now that would have changed my feeding earlier in the game, but I mean it hits the gold medal bonus. It's 3 points. Yeah. I was not thinking about Mercator at all, but then he had enough wood to do all this, so that worked out for him. The friendly worker actually did work in round 14, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy that he friendly worked to get the harvester bonus. I guess Thunderbolt. I wasn't expecting Thunderbolt, which changed my fresh fence a lot. That's true. Yeah, that's true. But it's just like I just need to pull off 1 more wood from somewhere in the game, which should be able to do if you optimize your actions a bit better. Also, the fact that I didn't fresh fence worker, like touldin fenced really early. The fact that I didn't get 1 more proc of it, like that made a difference too. It meant I had to take 4 food traveling players. You know, seems pretty reasonable in a harvester game. Never thought of that. Yeah, I've never really thought too much of it, but he used it well here. Didn't overplay it early, just used it, you know, nicely to guarantee stuff at the end. So, yeah, and I'm like 1 sheep short. Like 1 sheep is another point too. Like, we're really close on this game. Really close. All right, let's take a quick look at the draft. Yeah, my first pick was pretty bad. Pasteurization experts higher by power, but not by much. Then Sugar Daddy, sure. Crop Rotator ahead of Plowmaker. I think this is actually the 5th strongest card by power in this pile, which is very surprising. Would not have guessed that to be the case. Hobby Farmer, obviously. Gardener, makes sense. Yeah, so there's not too much here that I'm seeing that I should change. Maybe Shovel Worker, maybe Chief's Grandson or Pig Breeder would have been better. I don't know. Yeah, hard to say. Like, you should take something else here. Crystal Ball Power 4-1. Wow. Farmer Straw Hat ahead of Muddy Waters. Whale Oil ahead of Clogs. I think Whale Oil was obviously great, so I don't know. Fishing Rod maybe could have been something different. I don't know. Hard to say. Feel like we're really just one wood short on this game. We're one wood short of winning, so I don't know. It was a close one. Only 2 points off, and like, yeah, one wood is an extra 3 points. And we're one sheep off another point, and yeah, we had way more crops than we needed, so just needed to change the way we optimize those cards a little bit. So anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will stream maybe tomorrow, and if I don't stream tomorrow, I will definitely stream on Thursday. So look for me tomorrow or Thursday. And yeah, we'll see you next time. And thanks for chatting, everyone. And yeah, have a good night. Bye.